You may remember this past winter that we learned we'd sent about 100 Canadian troops to Poland. They were there to help train Ukrainians to fight the Russians. But we'd sent them without a cook. And the Department of National Defense had said, well, just eat out at local restaurants and submit the bills and we'll pay you back right away. But months had gone by and none of these troops had been reimbursed. And so they were asking their family and friends at home to send them money because they'd maxed out their credit cards. Well, that was bad enough. But now we find out something worse. We have troops in Latvia in a NATO exercise designed to discourage the Russians from invading that little country that lies on the Russian border. And what's happened there? Well, we sent some of our troops without the proper helmets. We put them in harm's way in live fire exercises without the standard helmets, for crying out loud. I mean, can you believe that? We would actually ask people to put their lives on the line for the country and for Western democracies without sending with proper helmets. So they've had to buy their own helmets. And some of them don't have proper bulletproof vests. And some of them don't have rain gear. So they're stuck there in Latvia without helmets, without rain ponchos, without bulletproof vests that fit properly. And they've had to buy their own or have people who they know in Canada send them the equipment that they need. And to make matters worse, about half of our units don't have anti-tank weapons. They don't have anti-drone systems. So if the Russians were to send drones over, we wouldn't know they were there until after they'd attacked. It's disgusting. It borders on criminal in my mind. But at the very least, it's disgusting that the Liberals would ask people to serve their country in the most dangerous way without giving them the adequate equipment. And here's the kicker. In Latvia, we are training right next to Danes. The Danes are fully kitted out. They have all the right equipment. They have all the right helmets and vests. They have rain ponchos. And much of the equipment is Canadian made. And the Danes got it from Canadian suppliers, which means the equipment is there. The reason our troops don't have it is that the Liberals have always had a disdain for our military. They have no respect for them. They don't mind neglecting them. And the bureaucrats in Ottawa aren't working in the office and they don't care. They're not being able to find the right equipment, buy it, and ship it to Latvia. The Danes can do that with our own equipment, but not the Department of National Defense and not the Trudeau government. See what I mean about being disgusting? For Post Media, I'm Lorne Gunter.